Okie dokie. Let's check a few things here before we proceed. And then we will start. All right, there we go. Good morning, Gunpla modelers. I don't know if you can hear me. I can't tell though, because I have this. Let me get my headset on. Test. Or can't anyone hear me? Test. Or can't anyone hear me? Yep. Good. They can hear me. Good morning. Happy 4th of July to all my Gunpla modelers, my family, my friends who are watching this stream. I hope you guys enjoy this beautiful day. It is a very pleasant day outside. It's 70 degrees. Not crazy with the heat, not like yesterday, but it's going to get, of course, progressively warm. But it's going to be a nice day. A little bit cloudy. I don't know if anybody's going to get a chance to see any fireworks. Considering that almost every other place that normally you'll see fireworks is going to be canceled because of COVID. It kind of sucks though. Well, what are you going to do? This is the year where things get delayed, canceled, postponed, or forget about it. But it's been a while since I've done a live stream. I don't know if I can get Miguel to come on. He may be up. Actually, you know what? Let me send him a message in a few moments just to let him know, hey, guess what? I am here. Or if you want to join later on. Depending on how the wind blows on this, I'll just stay on for about an hour and a half, talk about stuff and things like that. Things have calmed down in my new place. I was going crazy with not only the move, but now that I finally moved, it was like trying to get everything sorted away, locating things and trying to find stuff that I thought I lost. There was a few things that I did lose during the move, which kind of sucks. But now that everything's all settled down, things are starting to calm down a little bit. Hold on a second. It's like the joint. There we go. So, these are the things that I've been going through lately. And, of course, trying to do my builds. My last build that I built was the Moon Gundam, which I'm about to show you. So I just finished this Moon Gundam the month before. There we go. It looks really nice how it came out. Now that I'm going to be doing the decals on this soon, get it ready to go. Actually, I'll get them here. There we go. It's a good build. I was surprised with it. And I kind of said to myself, why haven't I done this kit before? But then again, there was like a lot of kits coming out at the time. And Moon Gundam was a bit weird for me because I've never heard of it. Obviously, there's a lot of Gundam stories out there that have never made it into, like, media, like an anime media, you could say. So when I saw it, I was like, what is this? But it was cool. I thought it was bigger than the other kits. But no, it's fine. It was good. Good detail. The Vargul that I just recently saw a review that Zach Aurelius did, that was actually a really good review, and I kind of liked it. But for me to spend money just so I can get the funnels in the back and getting the tanks and a different head, no, didn't appeal to me. It'll be, of course, a niche crowd. This is my breakfast, by the way. Also was looking at a lot of news in regards to the new announcement, which was actually, let's pull this up so we can talk about it. Let's see here. Is it on tag? They pulled it down on tag with all the latest news. Or probably better shot get it on Gunjap, because Gunjap usually doesn't update itself too much. Here we go. So, well, actually, no, that's not what I wanted. If I do this, then I do that. There we go. This is a lot better. So let me share this. There we go. All right, so in September of this year, we're going to be getting a new Master Grade line of kits known as MGEX 100s or MGEX Extreme. So 90ish. And clearly, the most extreme kit that everybody thought would be great would be Gundam, Unicorn Gundam version Kotoki. So we're getting another variant of the Kotoki. And I think this has to be a 2.0 because the whole gimmick of it with the new LED light system, which is basically a fabric type LED light that will go through the entire body. In order for that to happen, you really have to restructure the inner frame because there's no way you're going to use the existing inner frame and just slide in a pair of wires or whatever. That is about a millimeter, maybe a millimeter and a half in thickness. So it could be not only light up, but it's also flexible. That was the whole purpose of it. Like here it is. This is how it's supposed to look like. It has to be flexible enough to move around, so that way when you bend the joints and the knees and all that stuff and put it in the unique poses, then it will work. Now, for those of you, I don't know if anybody remember when the Unicorn came out, and we're talking about over 10 years now. Unicorn is an old kit. It's understandable. When this came out, everybody was going nuts over this. Everybody was saying to themselves, oh, wow, this Master Grade was amazing, And I can imagine that I was not the only one. When I got it, I thought it would be great if we put LED lights on it. And everybody and their grandmother were like working on that idea. And obviously back in the day, I was even thinking about it. And I was thinking of getting like a 3 millimeter LED light, but I didn't realize the size of the kit would not accept that. And then as I did research and figuring, and this is like in the early years for me trying to do the LED light setup whole thing. The LED light system that that was incorporated back in the day, or was available to the public, was like a 1.8 millimeter LED light. It's like very small, very small. And for those of you who've seen my videos, that was a pain in the ass to actually solder it down. It's ridiculous. You can do it properly, or you couldn't do it accurately. because to get to put the two wires together and to make sure it's set in place was not the easiest thing to do, especially for something that size. A 3mm or a 5mm, fine. 1.8, that's pain in the ass. So I don't know how anybody could have done it. I can imagine many people done it because we've seen a lot of customizations back in the day where people put LED lights in their master grade unicorns, master grade banshees. And I believe the Fenix has that. Then, of course, real grade came out and people were able to figure that out. Bandai released the unicorn base type thing where it's a statue, but it'll turn the colors that you like. Fine. Now we're getting this. This is a gimmick. A very, very expensive gimmick. I'm not knocking the technology or the design or the engineering that Bandai's staff must have put in like thousands of hours just to figure it out. Well, maybe it was already figured it out and they said, okay, maybe it was a high time we released it. It's just that I think it's a little too late for something like that. I mean, we have a perfect grade unicorn, perfect grade banshee, and for a limited price, or if you guys are willing to afford it, a Fenix. Now we're going to get this. We're going to get obviously we're going to get the banshee, and we're going to get the unicorn full armor, or maybe that's an actual, add-on part, or I don't know if there'll be an add-on part separate from this, so where you can just purchase it and add it on. You don't need to buy another kit again. And of course the Fenix, and then the narrative Fenix. There you go. And if you want the clear version, platinum version, whatever version, Bandai has something to milk it. But if you guys are willing to pony up that amount of money, you might as well. I mean, go ahead. It's up to you. It's a unique idea. Cool, great. I think it's a little late in the game. We could have easily gotten it about a few years ago. That would have been acceptable. But I think maybe it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Gundam Planet, who posted the SKU for the pre-order on their page, they're sold out. So clearly there is people who want it. Well, I can't wait to see people building it and putting it up on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. It'll be nice. I would like to see the build of that and see how different it is than what I remember when I built my master grade version of it. And I have two of them, both the normal version and then the full armor, which I still have in the box and I haven't put it on display yet. Now that I have a little bit of space, so a little bit more now. But now moving forward with the the Extreme line, where do you go with this? Are we going to be doing LED lights setup for every other Gundam kit? And if that's the case, what other Gundam kit is going to use LED lights? Master Grade Exia 2.0? That is understandable. Maybe, what do you call it? Oh, the 00 Quanta, 00 Riser. But that's it. You don't have multicolor or different type of color things showing up on other mobile suits other than the eyes and the thruster pack, unless they decide to make the steam coming out of their vents, out of their chest or head or whatever. It doesn't work that way. So this extreme thing is going to be a limited run. However, now that I just thought about it, extreme does not mean lights. Extreme could be more. It could be like more sturdier parts, a better base system, like we just saw right now. But the parts, I think, is where it lies in, and this is where I think the possibility that we may see the master grade Kshatriya come into play. Remember, the Kshatriya is a big kit with its binders. Even the high grade, the binders are a little heavy, and the actual the joint connectors, even though they're thick, they don't have the sturdiness to hold it up. I don't remember. Actually, I really don't remember if there was any polycaps in the actual connections to hold up the binders. If there was, then it's understandable that that will be fine with a high grade. But I do remember it was like, it's too posable, too loose. So when you move on to a master grade line and you put on a binder that's not going to be hollow, that's going to have not only the 6 funnels on each and every one of them, but you will also have the gimmick of something opening up, displaying some thruster or cannon or detail inside. Now you're adding the weight of a high grade. So you have a master grade kit holding up binders that has the same weight as a high grade, and that thing's going to go whoop down. So either they have to put on connector, the actual connections to be harder than, maybe like pewter or steel or metal type thing, obviously, to hold it up, or do a 2-type piston like hydraulic system that will hold it up. That's an idea. But then you'll still have to reinforce the entire structure from the chest, because remember, all that is on the shoulder plate, on the shoulder binder itself. There's a shoulder part there that has 2 connections that will hold up the 2 binders. So if they decide to make that, then I can understand that for the master grade EX, because that way it's putting a lot of emphasis on a new design of the upper part of the shoulder arm, holding up the 2 binders. That makes sense right there. So maybe that's where they're going to go with that. But now you're thinking, if they're going to do that and maybe put some lights, maybe mono eye light or whatever, maybe the chest light beam turns on where it fires its beam, then you're talking about price range of maybe $100 to $150, which, by the way, everybody will buy, including their grandmother. So here's hoping that it is successful. Clearly, the Master Grade EX line will be successful because of because everybody's going to be interested in getting it. I would like to see what kind of diversity and ideas that these guys are going to release, but it's nothing. I don't see anything else. And of course, what's going to come out this year is another thing, because we haven't heard anything new lately. We have not, other than the Master Grade version Katoki 2.0 Wing Gundam, which everybody's going to be excited to get. No other Master Grade kits have been announced. No other RE100 kits have been announced. I don't think we've heard anything in regards to real grade. The last real grade was the Impulse Gundam. And of course, might as well refer to real grade Exia and real grade, not Exia, I'm sorry, real grade Ava Unit 1, Ava Unit 2. Obviously 3 is going to come out. That's going to have, so that's already been taken care of for that. So we have not heard enough. And of course, for the high grade line, there has been a few things that has been announced, but that's already been announced because we already knew about in regards to the Hathaway's Flash. We're getting the Messer this month, which just came out recently. We're going to be getting the Gundam Pod actually recently came out now for Re-Rise, which is going to begin this Thursday. Yes, this Thursday. The next episode 19. I can't wait to see all of that. We're also getting we already got the new high grade Gundam again, and we're now going to be getting another high grade Gundam again. So What else is there to come out? This whole thing with what's been going on with the world kind of like slowed everybody down, stop everyone from doing what they want to do or anything. It's kind of hard. It is a bit stressful. It is, and I can imagine there are those out there who are like saying to themselves, I don't want to I don't want to stay home. I don't want to wear a mask. I don't want to be here. I want to do what I want to do. And you know what? You're absolutely right. I feel that same urge. I'm human. You're human too. But you're human. You're vulnerable. We are all vulnerable. And I like to see you guys be out there safe and sound. Use this and use this. Because, you never know. I don't like to say that, it is what it is. Everybody's going to do it. And, I don't want to say that because it's kind of hard for this day, for this year. This year has been messed up year. I actually was going through, like, remembering what was the one thing that was screwing up this world at the beginning of 2020. And I forgot we were still like halfway through the fires in Australia. And I felt bad for everybody in Australia, because the entire continent was burning. We were watching, animals dying, nearly going extinct. And then, of course, the whole nonsense with the pandemic, our social nonsense that's going on here. That's as far as I'm going to go. That's as far as I'm going to go. All right. I wish I could have brought it over here, but I think the title of the picture that I just showed you guys, actually, let me see. Let me just grab that. I'm going to set this up right here. These guys. Let me get up for a second. I have a table here. Next time I have to get it and prepare it. But let me see if I can bring you guys here. So the 3 master grades that you see here is what I'm going to be using for my diorama build setup. It's really nice, really nice. This is actually one of my favorite kits. And if Bandai ever thought of doing a 2.0, I think that it would be nice if they did a 2.0 for this, because there's no connection here where the shoulder plate goes back and forth, kind of like you see in normal master grade kits. So it's kind of hard to, move forward and back. It's already locked into place. But other than that, it's a great kit. It's a great kit. It was kind of difficult for me to do the kneeling down stand type setup that you saw right now. And it's actually in the picture of this video. So it is, but it's still good. It's sturdy. It's very sturdy. The Nemo can do all that and then some. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is, now I understand why everybody is going for a strong, a parts forming hand and not a manipulator hand. Yes, the fingers are great. That's understandable. It's the same thing with this one. The only thing is that this one, these fingers right here, they're already glued together, so you can't split it unless you really want to damage it. Then this finger is opened a little bit, so you could stick the hand and hold in the trigger. This one, obviously, you have more freedom with the hand. The problem is, though, the peg that's on the palm of the hand will hold the gun and whatever I've got the gun, like this, the beam rifle, but it's too short. So if you begin to move it around, it'll pop out easily. So I think there are people who do like cut a little plastic, super glue it where the connection is, so they can extend the range on it, so that way it can slide in and slide out easily. And I do like how it's holding up the cannon from the movie. I really do. I've been using in battle operations too. I've been using that weapon for me taking out mobile suits in the game. And I got to do a video of that. I used to do a lot. Now I kind of stopped, but I'll do some more later on. And it has a good kick and hit to the target. Now you have only 3 weapon configurations if you use the cannon. So you have the long range cannon, the beam saber, and the Vulcan guns, which has a lot of rounds, about maybe I think 60 rounds. So you're just pounding the mobile suit and taking out maybe close to 30% of its health. And this cannon, when it hits, it staggers unless you hit the shield, and then you can't do anything. Yeah, I really do like this. This guy is also good in the game. Not so good as a model kit to hold up, because these joints here are too loose. I'm gonna do like I did before, where I'll apply a layer of glue on the joint so it can increase the width by maybe a fraction of a millimeter, so that way once I slide it in, it'll hold into place. Yeah, and to tell you the truth, this gun, it is one of the dumbest guns I've ever seen, because yeah, the arm is supposedly representing itself holding it up strongly enough to hold it, but unfortunately, you don't. It'd be cool to have the open hand on the left hand, so that way you can probably hold it in like a regular rifle. But this hand is closed, and it's an open hand. I don't know what weapon you can put on. It has a peg holder, so you can. I believe you can put that gun here. I don't know. I'll have to review that. But other than it's an RE100. What do you expect? But it's good. It's a welcome surprise when they announced this. Which, now going back to RE100, what's the next RE100 we're waiting for? Maybe they'll release the Barzan. I know many people like the Barzan. But now that I have these done, I'm going to begin to flesh out the idea of the base for the diorama build. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy a picture frame and use that as a base. I've noticed many people do that a lot with dioramas. They buy a picture frame. And so, yeah, you have people who go a little, will get pieces of wood, or get a plate, a wood plate, cut it, sand it down, put little feet under it or something, and then use that as the base for their build. That's cool. But I kind of like the idea of the picture frame, because the picture frame is already strong and sturdy. And if you go to like stores like, let's say, Walmart or Michael's, or any store that will sell picture frames, you'll notice that sometimes they'll put a clearance, a frame on clearance, usually 30 or 40, maybe 50% off. You could use that as your, buy that and use that as the base. Just remove the glass, put something under it to support it, and then just begin, fleshing out the idea. And the idea that I've been thinking of working on, I want to do like a scene, like a battle scene where they're fighting. That's where I got the idea with the picture, where these guys are like pointing all over the place, and then I'm gonna do like hits on the ground. I've been watching a lot of video online of people doing diorama builds, trying different ideas and techniques, and I'm just trying to flesh out what it is that I want to do. Once I figure it out, once everything's all set into place, into motion, then I'll work on it. Of course, these guys are not going to go like that. I'm going to start working on these kits themselves. I already know what I'm going to do with each and every one of them. I'm going to start taking them apart. I'm going to start sanding down many areas, but I'm going to begin to scribe and cut areas that needs to be cut. There's also a possibility that I want to try battle damage. One idea, and I'll share it with you guys. For this guy, I was actually thinking of like on the side of the head right here, right there. Take a hit, but like, you know, where the round hits and then some explosion there, and then you have like a massive scar area. So you have the glass cracked on the right or left, however you want to say it. You have the panels here exposed, broken off. And since the actual ammo case is there where the Vulcan guns are, I was thinking maybe not only showing the inners and wiring and some parts that will be maybe charcoal parts with it, because that's what I was saying, that I'm surprised that there's no inner. This was not a complete inner frame of a head. It put like simulate like an ammo belt just dangling there. Even it didn't explode with the rest of the ammo, and it's there. But the mobile suit is still, you know, fighting along. That was an idea. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. It'll be sad to damage a head like this, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Well, let me see here. There's only one person watching. How you doing? How's everything going? I was hoping more people, but then again, it is too early in the morning, and I don't think I actually shared my video on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Facebook yet. Let me do that now, because that way I'll get more people to watch. And then, of course, I was actually thinking of doing a giveaway, but I'm not just going to do a giveaway for one person. You know, I'm going to do at least more than one person, so you guys can, you know, at least say, "Oh, okay, cool." Let me just take care of this for a second here. To the lucky individual who is watching this video, do you have any questions? Oh, he left. What are you going to do? Oh, that's all right. The show must go on. Let me just post this here. No, that's not what I wanted. Remove. There we go. Add that there. I was watching Mechanism yesterday, and it was pretty funny. Everybody was having a ball. It was kind of cool to see everybody, you know, just having fun and, you know, keeping hopes up for everything. I hope so, that everything is going to turn out well. Things like that. There we go. I guess everybody's either at the beach or getting ready, or at a barbecue, or probably, I don't know, going through a hangover. I was hoping to actually, for myself, go someplace else, you know. Sucks that now I can't go a trip anywhere, you know, have a holiday. It would be nice, but unfortunately. Oh, you know what? Okay, I think I know why nobody was seeing me. I think I know why nobody was seeing me. I was not public. Wow, I've been talking for 38 minutes and I was not public. How in the world did that happen? Oh, let's see what happens. let's give it a few moments for the whole thing to refresh itself. Funny, I thought I did this on. Yeah, I know. I just forgot. If I look at that, then I don't think it's me. Hello. Can anyone hear me? I see somebody watching me right now. Good morning. All right, I am just going to continue talking until hopefully somebody sees me. So, lately I've been buying some stuff online, and I think let me talk about the recent announcements of the purchases that I made. But one major purchase that I made this year, which unfortunately I didn't get the zip, and I got hit with the with the scam, you could say, was the mystery box, the Gunpla mystery box that we saw back in February, which I was like saying, oh, cool. That's nice. You know, some companies probably either recouping their money, they're putting this up and see if anybody randomly gets something. Many people were, they were offering different types of kits out there. Kits that I already have, but for the price, it was, reasonable. It was kind of cool. But then I ordered it. COVID hit. And I was not the only one. Me, Prime 92, she ordered it as well. A friend of ours ordered it as well. And we waited patiently for several months. Our friend was able to get his package. But what he got was knockoffs. I think if I remember correctly, he got himself the knockoff Bill Strike, and he also got the knockoff Renacida. And then about a couple of weeks later, Prime 92 got the same thing, but I think she got a different kit other than the Renacida. And of course, she was furious. Obviously, you saw the video. She was furious, and I shared the video with everybody. I also shared. I shared it, but I never received my package because every time I kept on looking at the tracking number, it was still at the same place. And I waited. I even sent the message saying, "Hey, where's my package?" Because I was actually kind of saying to myself, maybe I'll get a master grade knockoff. Yeah, I'm that silly, losing all that money. It wasn't until like about 2-3 weeks ago that when I decided to check the site again and check my tracking number, it tells me my tracking number expired. And I said, okay, I guess I'm gonna put in a complaint with because I paid it through PayPal. I submitted a complaint. Obviously, they have to review it, and hopefully, I'll get my money back. But shame on those guys to actually start selling Gundam kits to everybody like that. yeah, we were fools. All of us were fools just to see, you know, what was it? Perfect grade Exia, perfect grade Unicorn, master grade the Deep Striker, or well, I forgot what other kits that were there for ridiculous prices that you're never. That was kind of weird. I thought it was just basically going to be a mystery box, big box they're going to dump in a couple of kits. And I'm a sucker for mystery boxes. I remember when last year I bought a mystery box, and it was a couple of kits, and one of them was a kit that I wanted to get, but the price was reasonable, so I got that and a couple of other things, so that was good. But yeah, if it's, you know what, we're all human, we got caught like that. So if you see a sale that is selling something very cheap, knowing that you paid the prices does not match that for the kit you want, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So be careful. Be careful. I was dumb enough to do that. And finally, I got somebody watching my channel. How you doing? Happy 4th of July. I hope for you and your family enjoy this special day and be safe, of course. I'm here talking. Been talking about 45 minutes and nobody was on. Or actually, no, there was. I don't know. I think my channel was not broadcasting and I had to check my channel. But thank you for watching. Thank you. Was talking about these three guys that I just recently built. The Master Grade Nemo, Master Grade Type C, or GM Kai, they refer to it, and the gun cannon detector, which was the RE100, which I kind of mentioned before. Bandai has yet to announce any new kits, no new REs, no new real grades, no new master grades, other than the Wing Gundam EW version Katoki 1.5, you could say. I would call it a 1.5 because it's not a 2.0. Just it's going to be nice and pretty, but it's new tooling. So is it the 1.5? Is it a 2.0? What is it? What kind of Wing Gundam kit are we going to get this year? But Bandai has yet to talk about what other Master Grade kits coming out this year. Now I'm going to be repeating myself over because this video was a little long and I did talk about it before, but we already knew about the Master Grade EX line that's coming out. And we're getting now this Master Grade Unicorn with all the lights and sounds that you see here, which I'm about to share again. Give me a minute. Here we go. So here, we're getting this beautiful looking Master Grade kit that will have these customized wiring for where all the lights are going to shine, in the feet, in the knees, in the thigh, in the torso, waist, arms, and probably the backpack, and clearly the head. And for this to see something like this is great. This is nice. This is cool. This is why. That's why I'm saying why. Obviously, yes, this new line is interesting to see something like that. But are we willing to pay 25,000 yen, close to like 225 bucks, for something that we could probably now get a perfect grade version of this? Understandably, it is a high master grade. It will have more range of motion, new technology, and all that fun stuff. But why are we getting it? Yes, it is new. And with this coming out, we may get, of course, Banshee, full armor, Phoenix narrative, and then we're going to repeat it again with the platinum version, titanium version, metal version, clear version, gold version, ANA version. They're going to make a lot of money. And there are people who are going to buy it. Just yesterday, I went to Gundam Planet to say hello, how are you guys doing, and all that stuff. And they told me that all their pre-orders for the Unicorn Gundam EX sold out. absolutely sold out. So this is going to be, there are people who are going to buy it, but I'm not buying it because I don't see, I have the perfect gray unicorn. Perfect enough. Painted, done. Move on. Next kit. And I kind of mentioned before that if the gimmicks are going to be just LED lights, what other kits are going to use LED lights? I mean, could it be the a 2.0 of the Exia, or the 00 Quanta, or the 00 Riser? Maybe a new version of the, and I just thought of it right now. Maybe what do you call that kit? Now I completely forgot. Gundam Strike Freedom. Maybe a new version of the Strike Freedom. Maybe the inner frame gold is clear and it will light up, so it's nice and bright and all that stuff. I'm just thinking this off the top of my head. Clearly, it's going to be for kits, master grade kits that will have more parts to it. And I mentioned this before, in about half an hour ago. This could be the beginning of them working on finally the master grade Kshatriya. Because remember, the Kshatriya, its binder system connection is strong enough to hold a hollow those 4 binders in high grade. But if you decide to make a master grade and take those binders and fill it up with cool stuff inside, inner frame, pop-up things, maybe lights turning on, then it's like basically taking high grade with 4 support pods holding 4 high grades, the weight of 4 high grades. So the extreme idea would be great if they decide to figure that out. I don't think this will ever come out as an RE100 Kshatriya, so that will be a good idea with that. I don't think none of the other master grade kit lines or from other series will work. I mean, there's no lighting effects or anything cool from the what was it, Zeta, or Zeta Z or Double Zeta, which we just recently got. Turn A, no. Maybe G Gundam, get G Gundam to light up. That could be a possibility in certain areas, especially the chest. Wing, we're getting a wing kits. There's no light up effects for wing kits. Gundam Age, I already have the Age 1 normal. I haven't built it yet, but you could pretty much gut out the cavity and light up that A there in the eyes, but that's all you can do. We already talked about Seed. 00, we already said. That's it. So this Extreme is going to be a limited run series. I would like to see other kits being released from this line as master grades. I mean, we don't have there are certain master grade kits that we have not gotten yet, like maybe Palace Athens. That's one kit that could have been released as a master grade. Maybe a new updated Dom would be nice. Extreme Dom, okay, so Dom Tropin. New inner frame build, new design features, maybe explodable panels. That's great. That'd be a good idea for that. I'm thinking 1 Year War. So let's move around there. We already got 2.0s on a few kits there. Forget about the ball. But now if we go to Zeta, we already got Hyzak. We already got Nemo. Some P Bandai kits like the GM2, GM3, GM Cannon. Those are variations right there. The bound dock, which I forgot. We're getting a high grade of that. Maybe a master grade bound dock. But I don't think that will qualify as an extreme kit. So no, don't think that will work. Barzam I mentioned, but I don't think that's going to happen as well. So Barzam EX, no, don't think that will happen for that. So I went down the list of kits right now from Zeta. That's all that. Now, Double Zeta, we have there's some, I believe, what was one kit that was actually unique? And then, oh, darn it, I forgot. Usually, when you think of Zeta, Double Zeta, you don't think of that many mobile suits that can be used. So for EX, so forget about that. Char's Counterattack, we have the Masquerades for all those mobile suits. I don't think there's not one mobile suit in that series that was not made as a Masquerade or a hybrid. So an EX line, unless they decide to make an EX Sasabi again or another new Gundam, that's not going to happen. 0080, we already got our set of kits for that. So there's nothing there. Oh well, no, the High Gog and the Zagaki, those are cool kits that could have been that could be released as Master Grade. I don't think, I don't think the Extreme version would be applicable for those two mobile suits. So we're not going to get something like that. We already got the Cold District type Master Grade for that. We already got the GM Command that came out a few years ago. We already got the Sniper. The one thing we did not get is the Gun Cannon 2, or the mass production gun cannon. But I think the mass production will be for the next series. So we don't have none of those. So those are great for Master Grades, but not for EX. I don't think that'll be a great idea for something like that. We can get a new Gelgoog Jaeger. That I would not mind seeing. That'll be great to see. From 0083, we already have all the mobile suits for that series, other than, let's see here, we don't have the Gebero Tetra Master Grade. That would be nice if they made that as a kit. You know what? Now I'm moving into Master Grade kits that we have not received yet. So we don't have a Master Grade Gebero Tetra. Jaeger, that's one. We don't have the Gelgoog Jaeger. We should be. I think it's about time we get a GPO2 2.0. I know that the first one is a really good kit, but it is long in the tooth, and it needs. I've seen like third-party companies make their version of it, including a massive 1/72 scale one, and I think there's a 1/60 scale version of it. One that, of course, Zaku Realis built. So has. So it would be nice to see a 2.0 version of the GPO2. I don't know if it'll benefit with the Extreme line, so forget about that. We do definitely need a GPO 1 full vernier 2.0. Maybe that's something we need to look at and get that. We already got the GM Custom, the Quell. Mass production version we don't have, so that would be cool to get one of those. Draw C Master Grade would be nice, or that could you know what? A Draw C 1/100 scale can be relegated to the RE100 line, so that can go there. Gelgoog Marine, we don't have a Master Grade of that. That would be nice. And I know, and many people mentioned this. We should. It'd be nice if we get a 1/100 scale Zaku 1 2.0. Make a 2.0 Zaku 1. People will go nuts over that. Price will be reasonable. It's not going to have too much stuff other than a bazooka, the shield where it has the spikes on it, a massive cleaver, something like that. That is something we wouldn't want to get. Agree with me or disagree with me if you believe that's a cool idea. So let's see here. What would be another kit? Well, I already did 0083, so now if we go to 8th MS Team. Pretty much all those mobile suits are part of the series. We already got that. We already got the all right, there we go. We already got the Goof Custom. I think it's time we should get a Goof Custom flight type. We already got it as a P Bandai for high grades, but why not a Master Grade? That'd be nice. True, they could make a P Bandai of the flight type using the mold for the Goof Custom. So that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Another all right, so that's 00. That's the 8th MS team. Master Grade Zuda from MS Eagle. That is a kit that we need to get. I've been enjoying that kit for a while, so we should be getting. It would be nice if they work on that, and even the RE100, fine, work on that. That'd be good. Think about that. There's a lot of kits out there that has not been given the master treatment, and cool that excuse me. That'd be nice if we saw like 2.0 versions of other kits that we'd like to see, like a Dom 2.0. But there are others out there. Let me go down the list again. So G line, the G Gundam suits, pretty much everything, including the Tequila Gundam and the that. But it has to be something cool. Wing Gundam, we already know what we want. Leo. Taurus. Aries. Cancer. Build the Cancer. Don't build the Pisces, because I don't think that many people are going to be going for that. And Mobile Dolls. And, of course, Master Grade's Serpent. The Serpent Custom. Build those. And let's not forget Mercurius and V8 Master Grade. You'll never go wrong with that. You'll never go wrong. We have pretty much all the mobile suits for Seed. The only thing we don't have is the Cannon Fodder mobile suits, like a Dagger. The Dagger could be great as an RE100. The Jin, the Din, those can be made Master Grade or RE100s. The mobile suit dog thing, the Buku, I think it is referred to as, and I could be wrong. RE100 too, but that's also another niche group that of people who probably would like it or not. So we don't know. We don't know what that yet. The age line of kits is kind of like a little difficult, because right now many people are still waiting for age 3 and age FX. It's there. We saw the assembly of that. We saw the promotional kits. Why haven't they released it? Like, we also remember when 00 Gundam came out. We all saw the 4 1/60th scale kits of the GN line: Exia, Dynamis, Kyrios, and Virtue. And all we got was the Exia, which I have right here. Whether Bandai will commit to a mold for those other 3 as 1/60th scales, I don't think so. We already just got the Kyrios, and it won't be long until Virtue is announced. So that way you have all 4 mobile suits in Master Grade. So I don't think they'll ever make a 1/60th scale version of those 3 kits. No, it will never happen. Maybe not happen in my lifetime. Who knows? But I think what we should also see, even though we have 1/100 scale versions of these kits, we maybe a 1/100 scale version of the Flag Master Grade. I don't know. I've always been wanting to buy the Flag version, or there's also the Thrones, but I thought the Thrones were like the worst designs ever. You know, the worst designs of kits ever in that line. So forget about the Thrones. So we got 00, we got Age, we got Seed, and then we have Unicorn. And Unicorn has an abundance of mobile suits that have not been made as Master Grades. we already, I think the Girazoo is an underrated mobile suit cannon fodder. We should get that as a master grade. Work on that one. That I would not mind. I have the kit, the high grade version. I've been meaning to sit down and work on it because it looks so cool. It really does. So make that as a master grade. Make the what will be the Dressen. Look at that. That was from Zeta Z. Make what was it? A master grade version of the Dressen, whether it's from Zeta Z line or from Unicorn line. So I can have the binder, the sleeves. Make that. That'll be a good idea right there. What would be? Oh, the Bryland custom master grade. Imagine that. Many people was going nuts over that kit when that mobile suit came out in episode 4. It's still one of the most favorite scenes in that series. I mean, every now and again if I'm on Facebook and somebody does a B-roll or does replays a scene from Unicorn, and if it shows the Brylant, I just stop right there and watch it because it was such a cool thing. And I have the high grade version, which I built a few months ago. What would be another high master grade? Ronin Zulu, another underappreciated mobile suit that they should have made as a master grade. Maybe they can get away with it if they do an RE100 of that, the Ronin Zulu, because the same features that's on the binders, not the binders, the thrusters on of the shoulders on the Hama, because it's basically some elements of that was from the Hama was applied to it. So they could have easily do an RE version of that. That's a cool idea. Who's sending me messages? Hold on. Oh, my guys are saying, yay. All right, there we go. What other kits that they can make as a master grade? Well, the most popular ones, you could say, has already been released. But I don't think I know anything else right now from that line. Since they made a few master grade kits from the Build Fighters line, and we have not gotten anything from the second season, the third season, and now this new Re-Rise series. I would not mind seeing the Earthy. I hate that name, Earthy. But the 00 Sky can be easily made because it was made as a high grade, and all they need to do is take the base model for the 00 Riser and turn it into that. We already got the Magnum, the Age 1 Magnum, which I got recently, and I should build that soon. So that's a great kit. So they've made that. They should easily make the other one. Oh, of course, I forgot. There's one other master grade kit that they have not released, and many people are clamoring for that, and that is, of course, the G-Self. Make the G-Self. Yeah, enough. Make it. I'm getting tired of this. All right, so as I mentioned before, I just finished building these 3 guys. The master grade GM Type C or version GM Kai. Very nice kit. Got it for I believe $20 from Gundam Planet years ago. And I got a chance to work on this. The RE100 gun cannon detector. Very cool. And of course, me getting that kit allowed me to put this cannon, this 170 millimeter cannon, on the master grade Nemo. Now, none of these kits have been painted. They've been cleaned, but not painted yet. They will be painted, of course, in anticipation for me building my diorama build. I've been wanting to build a diorama for a long time. Ever since I built that little ship with the oceans and things like that, I've been meaning to do something like that again on another ship, but not on a Gundam, because you're trying to think of, if you're going to do a water effect using a Gundam, it has to be an aquatic mobile suit, and I don't have that many at all, unless you count. I do have the Master Grade Zagak Char's version. That can be used, but whatever. I only have 2 people watching. And I was hoping for more people to be on so I can do a giveaway. But unfortunately, I don't have many people. And I chose the wrong day to do a live stream. You know, it's 4th of July. I know many of you are getting ready for barbecues, getting ready to go to a park or something like that, go visit family. You don't have time for this. You don't have time to build a kit at home. That's understandable. This is basically my only free time I have before I can do other stuff as well. But I just wanted to talk and see how you guys are doing. And I hope everyone is safe and sound at home with you and your family and your friends. Use common sense. Be safe. You know, that's all I have to say. Because there's no guarantee out there. Clearly, there's no guarantee out there. So I was going to do these 2 giveaways, but considering I'm going to wait until there's more people on. Right now I see 4 people. How you doing? Can you guys hear me? Am I talking and none of you guys can hear me? Text me. Send me a message right here so I can see it. I did get some stuff I'm going to share with you guys. I got a big case from Hobby Link Japan. Yay. They sent me stuff that I ordered, of course. I haven't done any because I bought a lot of stuff here, because this is stuff from the beginning of the year that I purchased on things that I wanted to get. And of course, I ordered during the summer sale, ordered that. Shipping was expensive. I missed Sal or EMS or what was it? Not EMS. EMS, I think it is, right? EMS. I missed that because I could easily wait a few more days. Didn't need to get it now, but I got this. Let's open that up and see what I got. Give me a minute here. Actually, give me a few moments. Be a lot easier this way. Oh, I lost a lot of people. Wow, that was quick. I was already back. Don't worry. All right. What did I get? Where to begin? All right. So I got the Zakuan Sniper. Never got it. And this Master Grade. Make this as a Master Grade. This one just recently came out, and I kind of like it. 30-minute missions. Selenova Dark Gray. Pretty neat. I got the Zaku 2 SD cross silhouette. Not only got this, but I also got the cross silhouette green frame. I always did like the Zaku 2 in this kit. I should have bought more than one. Thinking about that. I'm moving stuff around here because I'm going to show you the stuff that I've purchased that was not on sale. Battleship Yamato, World of Warships, 1/1200 scale. Been thinking of doing that little scene with the diorama like I did before, so I got this list. All right, RX 785 Gundam Unit 5. I had Unit 4 a long time ago, then I sold it, but I never got the Unit 5 version. Now that I have it, can't wait to build this. Looks really nice. .2 Jim. I've seen some great videos of this. Yep, more grunt suits. We need more grunt suits. All right, so from the sale, I got a foam board, 3mm. By the way, these were extremely cheap. Dot Kubar, how you doing? Thank you. These were extremely cheap. So these are great for customizations, for scratch building. So this is good for that. Oh, from the 30-minute mission lines, I got 2 of the option armor for defense operations. The one with the 2 claws. I bought 2 of these. So, yes. I keep seeing this on sale and nobody seems to buy it. And I said, let me buy it just for shits and giggles. And this was like, again, cheap. Frame Robo, number 3. It's kind of funny to look at it, but I said, you know what? It's cheap. It's cheap. I also bought these 2 guys right here, the fighter jet, the dual fighter jets from 2202. Got that. I've been a big fan of these tanks, the World War II tanks. This is the Kamba Panzer Panther 5. I was actually looking for the other one that has that side armor on the side. I believe the Panzer 4, but you know, those sold out really quick and they're very popular and expensive. I also bought this one, this Meng's HE-177 bomber. That's kind of neat. I'm going to build this one. And considering that I'm still thinking of doing another diorama of ships, I said I'm going to get the USS aircraft carrier Wasp 700 scale. This comes with photo etch parts, so it's going to be nicely detailed. And to complement this, I bought extra fighters. So I'm going to have a nice big full flight deck. I don't know how many fighters this has. Normally it's always been 4 of each. So you have 4, let's see, I see the Wildcat. Is it Wildcat or Hellcat? Yeah, it's a Wildcat, sorry. So I see 4 Wildcats, I see 4 Dauntless, I see a couple of Avengers there. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 aircraft. And this one's an additional 8, you could say. So yeah, this would be for that. Then I got a bag full of stuff here. Let's remove this. So I bought more Wave products. These little strips. That's good for scratch building. These are like they're like, how can I say this? I might as well show you. Let's see if you guys can see it. So it's those, if you can see that, in different scales. I have 1 millimeter, 5, 4, 3, and then I have a square, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter. Also bought this cheap little brush. It's good. You know, you need brushes. I got another plow plate or styrene sheet plate by Wave, 0.3 millimeter, sorry. I got this big sheet of 400 grit sanding. I believe this is a wet sanding. I have to read what I ordered. I got a spatula for carving, for me to work with paste or anything like that. Can't use the hobby knife. So I said, I might as well get one of these. This is perfect for that, especially for diorama. Now, I did order these because I was so impressed and happy with the decals that I put on my Mazinger. I bought 2 of these. This one's in blue, and this one is in gray. I bought some U verniers. I see something called O-bolts. Got a file. I got a 400 grit sanding sticks. Always got to get 400s. I bought more tanks. Some more fuel tanks, you could say. So those are the fat ones. Here's the thin ones. And then here's the really thin ones. And I got more verniers, but circle ones. Oops. I got a 1.5 millimeter masking tape. Some 5 millimeter photo etch parts from Haiku. 0.7 millimeter screws. You can barely see them. And 2.5 millimeter screws also. Not screws, but more bolts type thing. I bought this, but I didn't realize how big it was until now. This was a template for these little squares. I was trying to find the circle ones ever since I had the issue doing a perfect circle around the Moon Gundam, that I said I need to get myself a template for this, and I couldn't find any. So I bought this gloss varnish from Vallejo. And then there's a product called Grain of Wheat selling these LED lights. There's a yellow, blue, and clear. So I got these 4. So I got all this and a bag of chips. Now I got to put it back in the box. Yeah. It's a nice little haul here. was nice. Now, we're not done yet. Now then, I was at Gundam Planet, but I did the curbside pickup because you can. So if there's anybody who wants to purchase something but does not want to pay for shipping and want to do curbside pickup, they will allow you to do that. So just follow, call them, purchase, say I want to do curbside pickup. They'll go out and give it to you, so you guys can be nice and safe and sound. That's what I did right now. So these are products that I got from Gundam Planet. The Raven Gundam from Re-Rise. Yes. Ooh, the light is actually hitting. There we go. The Rabiat White 30-minute mission kit. Got that. I also got 2 of the parts for this. The RX-782 Gundam from the Origins line. I wanted to get this for a while. And of course, Kyrios. Nice. Who did not get this? Please tell me you guys got this. Please tell me. Whoops. The last thing I got was what's in this box. What's in the box? P Bandai was doing the sale for purchases on things that you guys want to buy online, and there are P Bandai kits I wanted to get, but I was not willing to spend so much money. They just recently announced some P Bandai kits for the from the Wing series. So if anybody's interested in getting Master Grade Talgis 3, Master Grade Heavy Arms Custom, Master Grade the Taku, or is Altron? I think it's the Taku. Master Grade was it Shinlong? No, not Shinlong. Sandra Custom. They are now selling it on there for a good, very decent price. Unfortunately, you have to wait. You have to wait until the end of the year. But what I got recently, I was not going to wait for the end of the year. I got Jinx A-Loss type. I got that. Nice. This I wanted. I didn't care about the Jinx, the original one, even though it was a nice kit to see. But the A-Loss type I've always been a big fan of because I like the lance, I like the color. It was really cool. Really cool. So that is all the stuff that I got for the first 6 months of the year. I wonder what's the next 6 months going to be like. I have no idea. There are other things that I would like to get, but I want to start working on this right now. The customization of the 3 kits that you just saw right now is what I'm going to be working on soon. So that's something I'm going to work on. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to talk about that in my next video, and then I'm going to start working on your Raven. That'll be the next kit to make. The other kits that I have, I'll do separately and probably one day builds. I may do like a live stream build of one of them or 2 of them so you guys can see that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna cut this video short. I was hoping for more people. Unfortunately, certain things didn't come out the way it was. So watch it on replay. Say hi to me if you can. I was gonna do a giveaway, but not many people are on, so I don't want to do just a giveaway to a couple of people. I want more people. So I'll hold on to my kits that I was gonna give away for a later video. I'll do another video maybe next week, and not a live video, but something else, and we'll go from there for a giveaway. That's what it is. So I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. Please be safe and sound with your families and friends. Practice good, safe social distancing. Use common sense. Use this and use this, because you have loved ones out there. And I imagine that you don't want to be apart from them, and they don't want to be apart from you guys. So please be safe for me and for everybody else. And let's just say, what can I say? But stay tuned for more Gundam models yet to come. You guys all have a great holiday.